Hello YouTubers, my name is Seoulfish and I'm here to tell you about Ekko. Ekko is a champion who is an assassin like Fizz and like LeBlanc. He's an AP melee assassin that has lots of mobility but has less damage. And I just want to tell and help people who wants to learn Ekko because I'm rank 7, so I can help you out at least by training and some giving tips. Now let's start from Ekko's skills, the passive. Ekko passive is Z Drive Resonance. Every third attack or damaging spell on the same target, it's it applies stacks
I do my own
like
stunts.
this: 1, 2, and 3. When you apply the third stack, it applies bonus AP damage and it slows the enemy. But when you trigger the passive to the enemy champion, then you gain a massive movement speed that you can get. Echo passive is the main damage tool that Echo has, and this shows that like almost his 80% of the damage just comes from this passive G Drive Resonance. Now his Q skill, Time Winder. Echo throws a time gizmo, like the direction, like RQ. He throws it and it slows the enemy first hit. Then he comes back to the Echo's location, not the place where he first shoots the Time Winder. Like this. One, and you go here, it comes like this, like a triangle. And the both damage applies his passive Z Drive Resonance stacks, and the first damage that goes and backs is kind of less than the damage that it comes back. So the damage that it first hits, let's say this is damage 1, when it comes back it's damage 2, so it deals more damage when it comes back. This is Echo's main lane push skill, and you can just like zone the enemy while you're team fighting just by throwing Q the enemy like this, and they can't come near this Time Winder route because when you get hit by the Time Winder twice, then he can just like dash in, and that dash is his E, phase dive. Echo dashes for a short distance. Then when he auto attacks, he has a bonus range and he teleports to the enemy, which applies on hit effects and his passive. As you can see, I have a Shin item, and when you dash, you have the Shin trigger like this. When you auto attack, you apply the Shin damage. This allows Echo to go Lich Bane, Trinity Force, or Iceborne Gauntlet because of his E on hit effects. And you can go over walls like this, so you can just like come out like somewhere the enemy doesn't expect, and you can just like assassinate that people. But he's a AP assassin, he's so squishy, and he needs a tool that can be his safety belt, which is his W, Parallel Convergence. It has two kinds of skills, passive and active. Passive, every time when the enemy monster, epic monsters, jungle monsters, and even enemy champions have a HP of 30% lower than that, and then every auto attack that Echo deals gains percent health damage of his missing health. This allows Echo to deal damage to kill squishy guys with a very low health, and even sometimes you can just like assassinate tanks because it's a missing health damage. But what's his active? His active, Echo summons a time spear like this. Then after 3 seconds, his a time spear comes out and it throws the enemy inside it. But what happens when Echo goes inside that parallel convergence? Something fun happens. As you can see,
I finish what I started.
when you go inside, Echo presses a shield and he stuns the enemy inside the parallel convergence. This allows Echo to be a good teamfight style assassin, and it gives lots of utility instead of damage. And the shield that I'm talking about right now is massive, I say massive. This is the early game, so I can't show you the exact, the insane shot amount, but as I'm going to talk in the mid lane phase, like the shot ratio is 1.2 ratio AP, so you can be just like an AP tank for the last 2 seconds. This W shows the skills of the Ekko basic player and the master player.
If there are limits,
When you summon a
I haven't found them
sphere, it doesn't shows like when you know place it where the opponents can't see it. But they know that you're activating it because you know that clone of Ekko just comes out from your character's back.
never had luck.
And then how do
Never
you
needed
know trap people inside? Then well, that's the Ekko's hard part. Then you have to predict where the enemy might go. The Scoto, let's say this Scoto crab is the enemy. Then Scoto crab is going the right way. Then you have to predict, oh, after 3 seconds he's going to be here.
No one
You
can.
face dive in like this, then you stun the enemy. Now this is the hard part. But like I said, Ekko is a assassin that has lots of mobility. But what happens? What happens if he makes a mistake?
Your turret has been destroyed.
That's when his ultimate comes in.
I owe them nothing.
Chrono Break. When you have your Chrono Break, a clone of Ekko follows you like this at the back. This clone shows you where Ekko's location 4 seconds ago. The enemy can see it when you're in enemy sights, but well, that's not the important part. The interesting part is when you press your R,
Let's make them notice.
you just teleport. You change places with this clone 4 seconds ago, like this, and your clone disappears because it's cooldown. And you apply passive stack too, but the important part is the damage. As you can see, the damage is insane. Its damage AP ratio is 1.5 AP ratio and has lots of basic damage. When you just like hit an enemy with the ultimate, then you just win that 1v1 or like teamfight because the damage is so insane that the enemy ADC or mid laner who is very squishy just get one shot by a good ult. But that's not the only advantage that he can get from his ultimate. He heals himself for 100% 20, and you can see the math right here. The AP ratio percent of the damage taken over the last 4 seconds. He heals. It's a free reset button. You heal and you gain a tons of damage. This is a broken skill, but the hard part is it's hard to deal damage with the ultimate. It just shows, you know, it shows you 4 seconds ago and the enemy can see it. It means that if you want to use your ult as a damage tool, then you have to predict the enemy where he will be at like 4 seconds ago. The place. Like this. For example, if I want to deal damage with an ultimate with this Scoto Crab, then I have to think, okay, the Scoto Crab is going like this
Let's
way.
make them notice.
Then I have to walk forward. Then I have to make my clone like right above the Scoto Crab, and when you see it, boom! Then you deal damage. Like this. But it's a Scoto Crab, but when it's an enemy champion, it's so hard to land. So you can just use it as an escape tool, not a damage tool. Now, as you can see the Ekko skills, Ekko is an assassin, but he has a lot of utility skills like his Paragon Convergence and his ultimate Chrono Break. It just, you know, makes people annoying. But Riot gave him utility but has taken his damage. He's an AP deadly assassin, but he doesn't have enough damage as an assassin before, you know, like 3 or 4 core items comes out. So he doesn't deal much more damage compared to LeBlanc, Zed, Fizz, or Akali, kind of assassin champions like him. This shows that Ekko is the only thing that I want to tell you is that Ekko is not a AP assassin. He's a, you know, a flanker. His job in the teamfight is to make people annoyed, you know, because of his movement speed from his passive, and his mobility skills from his E and his R. His crowd control skill, Para Convergence, can make everything. Now I want to tell you the basic combo of Ekko. This is the assassinate combo. When you see the enemy, then you have to predict where he's going to be 3 seconds later. Then you just place the parry conversions like this. Then you face dive in, stun the enemy,
Walk away.
then Q, you trigger the passive, you just run away. You gain the movement speed 60% for 2.5 seconds, then it means that enemy can't catch you. You are a hit and run kind of style flanker. Your job is to make the enemy annoyed because of your play. Now let's see one more time. Now this is your ultimate combo. It works on the low elo, so but not in the high elo that much, but I'll just tell you anyway. Now use the same thing. You dive in, stun the enemy, Q, trigger the passive, and using the ult, you just ult in again, deal massive damage. You throw the enemy again, dive, and the enemy is below 30% health, percent damage. One more throw from Q, auto attack, and flash, passive, and you run away.
I do my
This is
own
how
stunts.
Ekko does his lane phase, team fights, and even roaming. The basic combo is going to be E, and you auto attack, and you Q, and now the enemy has passive 2 stacks, then you auto attack to activate the passive, then you just
Fool me
run away
once,
with a massive
Now
movement
just
speed.
rewind.
Well, that's for Ekko, and for the next video, I'm going to prepare a video for the mid lane phase and the top lane phase, and I want to explain how you do the lane phase of the mid and top, and the difference between it, and how you do the team fight, and what's the main difference between top Ekko and mid Ekko. Thank you for watching.